Ubisoft added new weapons to Assassin's Creed Valhalla, so I want to go over them and tell you of course what Red Eye is selling this week. Also, if you have an issue with Red Eye, there is a workaround that should work for some people while we wait for the new update. And I also want to go over other things that Ubisoft has announced for that next update, how you get a special pet in your settlement and way more. So a like on the video would really help me out. And let's go. Congrats to Vincent for winning my third HELIX credit pack giveaway. I will reach out via the email, and I already started a new one for 2,300 HELIX credits, so you have a chance to get some of the items that we will be discussing in this video. Click the link in the pinned comment to participate, and be sure you are a subscriber of this channel before you enter, and good luck. So instead of packs, Ubisoft is now also adding brand new weapons to Assassin's Creed Valhalla with the weekly reset, so ones that aren't part of an item pack. And I don't think they ever did that for Origins and Odyssey, so that is pretty interesting. One of the weapons they added is the Yukon Versara mythical hammer that increases heavy damage when dodging. So it's similar to that Spartan bow I showed you in a recent video. When you dodge, you have the icon appear for 2.5 seconds and then get 20 extra heavy damage, which is quite nice with a hammer, because with the heavy attacks you can easily take out enemies or throw them on the ground. And the hammer kind of looks like Mjolnir, and that's because it's from the thunder god Ukko from the Finnish mythology. The new shield is called Celtic Cross Shield. That looks pretty cool thanks to the blades and the green circle in the middle. Blocking with this one gives you 25 ability damage, but personally I'm not really focused on ability damage that much, or really know the impact or what type of abilities would really benefit from this. It's just not really noticeable. Like the Axe Fury is still not strong, and the focus of the Nornir is of course already great, but that lasts way longer than the 5 seconds that this perk is active. I might do an ability build at some point, but so far I haven't really looked at it that much, so I don't know if the ability damage is really nice. But if you toyed around with it, so let me know in the comments down below. I'm really curious. We also got a new Predator bow that looks kinda great, beefy with the red wood, but the perks are really bad. Namely, consuming a ration increases crit chance by 15 for 5 seconds. And first of all, 15 is really low. That's 2 to 3% crit chance, and consuming a ration just doesn't happen that often, especially when using a Predator bow that you want to use from afar. The Spartan bow, for example, gives 30 crit chance on a dodge, and a dodge is something you can just spam. And again, I already talked about this bow before, but you can get it from the Ubisoft Connect section of the game, so totally get it if you haven't already. The new spear they added is great with the red stick and the pointy blades on both sides, and the tip of the spear is awesome with the red crystal in the middle. It's also pretty strong. It namely increases speed after each hit for 10 stacks. So just doing light attacks with the spear builds up this effect very easily, so you easily take out the enemies. I'm going armorless here as well, so I consume way less stamina per hit. So this worked out pretty well, but the sad part is that we already know about this perk. It's also on the Farron's axe that you can easily get in the game. So I really hope that every new weapon they add has a new perk and not just a recycled one from another weapon. That's not exciting at all. On top of that, you can already get the major rune with the exact same perk, so they can just put it on any weapon in the game. So all these weapons appeared in the HELIX shop, and it would be nice if they showed up at Red Eye as well, but right now we don't know if new items like from the Einarjar set from last week, or the weapons that I just touched on, are already in the rotation, so if they are already able to appear at Red Eye in the first place. Because it would be really great to get one of those weapons for 120 opal. Like right now, the Draka bow is in the shop. It increases your ranged damage the heavier you are, up to 100 weight, which is the max, I think, as well. And then you get a 15 ranged damage. So during the weekly reset stream that I of course do here every Tuesday, I thought there was no way of telling how much range damage you actually get, but there is some sort of indication thanks to a perk that appears above your health bar that actually fills up the heavier you are. So here I almost have nothing equipped, and then the perk is not full at all. But with the Huntsman armor set, something you want to be rocking in combination with the bow anyways, I now come in at 84 weight, so then I get quite a lot of extra range to damage, and hunter bows are of course overall great thanks to the charged shot they have. They are overall really easy to use, so I think it's a great bow to get. Also for the look, by the way, I do think that at one point we will be getting a visual customization system, and then I think this dragon hat on the bow and just the overall look is great to put over any other hunter's bow in the game. So if you got the opal, I think the bow is worth getting. The Valkyrie settlement decoration feels weird though, like out of Asgard. I'm not really digging it. The mount is pretty cool though for a horse, but I would personally wait for one of the mounts from the Draugr set or the Valkyrie set with the wings. I just don't think that this one is worth your opal. And the daily selection today is the Draugr ship design. That is just okay. Overall, I would say do your daily and weekly contracts and spend your opal on weapons, mounts, and gear pieces for now. And maybe Red Eye is still bugged for you. I know that's the case for quite a lot of people. Ubisoft is already aware and has a fix coming in a future update. But in the meantime, they recommend completing the Kent story arc that should trigger an event at the settlement that should allow players to interact with Red Eye. But yeah, if you already completed that, then it's likely going to be bugged till the new patch comes out. I do think though that you can still talk to the employees of Red Eye throughout England in the different villages and cities, as indicated by this icon. Like, I don't have this issue myself, but you can at least try and go to these employees to get the contracts each day and at least build up some opal so that when Red Eye works for you again, you can immediately buy some items. Other things that we should expect in an upcoming update are fixes for an ingot that first did not count, as you see right here, and items that got lost due to the dual wielding system. Some people got stuck at splash screens or at certain quests, and you see the quest that they have fixed for a future update right here, like the big finish, and also bleeding the leech, for example, in London. I think we should expect this update next week at the earliest. They're also still investigating some issues, like where you cannot interact with certain settlement NPCs, where fast travel after the recent update is not working. They now recommend that you sleep if you have this issue. Missions that are not working for some people, but that Ubisoft is still looking at the moment, include Brother's Keeper and others that you see right here. A little problem is part of this, and that's of course the settlement mission, where some people just do not get the man's best friend ability at the end, so then you cannot get it to level 2, while you want that of course, because then when you summon this wolf, it will help you in combat all the time as well. And I already showcased this in a previous video, but if you don't have the other version of this ability yet, then go over here in Oxenfordshire. And the wolf will of course also stay in your settlement, which is awesome, walk around. And did you by the way know that you can also get a fox in your settlement from a mystery over here on the map? I actually did this during the weekly reset stream as well. And I want to thank Thunder for reaching out to me about this via the input@joraptor.com email address, just like you can if you found something in Valhalla. So for this, you just have to complete the mystery by saving the fox out of the burning building and then go back to the lady. But, like, I immediately went back to the settlement after completing the mystery. But you actually want to move away a bit, because the fox will still be following you around. And then you will speak and say, hey, go to our settlement. If you then go to the settlement, the fox will actually be running around here, just like the wolf. So you got a pet friend here. If you, like me, were too fast and really just fast traveled away immediately after the mystery, then just go back to the mystery location, and then when you are like close enough, Eivor will talk and they can still have the fox appear. When we know more about future Valhalla updates and of course other future content, I will let you know here. So totally subscribe to be up to date. A like on this video would really help me out. And check out my previous video on secret changes that Ubisoft added with the most recent update. For now though, I will speak to you next time, and goodbye.